So we're going to kind of dive right into this topic, which actually I told you I was busy today. We have some clients that are going to Magic Kingdom, or not Magic Kingdom, to the parks in October, and they wanted to stay not necessarily on the monorail, but definitely in the Magic Kingdom area. And we were kind of comparing pros and cons. I actually did a short TikTok on it, just ranking them without any real in-depth reasons behind it. So I figured we would rank our Magic Kingdom resorts. Now, I am excluding Fort Wilderness from the campground, because we have not even visited there. So that's going to be an honorable mention. We can throw it in there as an honorable mention, where we think it would land. But, so, we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. To be full disclosure, we have not told each other what these are going to be. I got a general idea.
They're probably pretty close, because we've always have kind of felt the same way. I honestly, and more just because we haven't been there, I think I'm going to put Fort Wilderness at the bottom.
Really?
Yeah.
We're going to be different already.
Okay, that's all right. We can dare to be different. And again, it's just I haven't been there. And I think I like the campground scene. That's something I've always grown up with, is camping. And
we camped for, 6 or 7 years for a while.
Riding around on the golf cart. But that being said, we don't spend a whole heck of a lot of time. Typically, give or take, it does depend.
Depends on the trip, yeah.
Depends on the trip at the resort. And then you got to take the boat. So you got to break the stroller down.
That's just true. I'm not arguing that.
Most times. I don't know if the big one goes to Fort Wilderness.
Yeah, that's part of something we were talking about too.
A big boat that goes to Wilderness Lodge that you can stroll the stroller on, but the kids have to get out, which, I mean, that's fine.
And that may even depend, like, at the end of the night, even on that big boat, you may have to break it down anyway.
Yeah, you could.
Just if it's crowded.
Yeah,
if it's
absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so I got Fort Wilderness at the bottom.
We're going to go one by one. My turn now.
Okay, what you got on the bottom?
I'm putting Grand Floridian.
Okay, what are you putting Grand Flo down?
Let me preface this by saying I would stay at any of these resorts without any sort of complaint. So
this is just being,
if we're getting down to the nitty gritty, yeah,
having to make a choice.
To me, and we've talked about it, it's not exactly my vibe per se. It's close to the Magic Kingdom, but you're still gonna. I mean, you can walk. I want to say it's like probably a 15 to 20 minute walk, depending on how fast you're going. But you're still gonna have to monorail or boat.
Yeah.
The dining is okay to me. I like 1900 Park Fair. That was
1900 was good.
Grand Floridian Cafe, it's fine. I mean, there's nothing. To me, it's nothing that's stand out per se. The quick service, honestly, I wasn't much on the quick service when we ate there. It was okay.
Yeah.
We stayed in a theme park view room. To me, there is better theme park view rooms in some of the other resorts around the Magic Kingdom. So that takes it down a notch. And I just think, and I'm not going to go into comparing per se right now. If I'm going to have to either take the monorail or the boat, there's another resort I'd rather stay
at. We know which resort you're going to.
We'll get to that one. So that's why I'm putting Grand Flo at the bottom of the list.
Okay. See, I think I would put Grand Flo next for me. Because again, just the same things you said. It's not really my vibe. You can walk, but it's still a little bit of a walk. And at that point, I'm going to take the boat or get on the monorail.
Yeah.
The biggest thing really for me is just the vibe. It's just not my vibe.
Yeah. And this is not, again, I would stay at the Grand Floridian.
Yeah, absolutely.
I probably will stay there again.
Yeah.
We've
absolutely.
only stayed there for one night.
Yeah.
We've been in there.
We've been in there multiple times. Now, it is absolutely gorgeous at Christmas time.
Yeah.
They have the big gingerbread house that you can buy treats out of. And then they have the big Christmas tree and everything's decorated.
The piano player playing.
Yep. It's very pretty in there at Christmas.
It's got some cool photo ops.
And I think it's Easter. they do the Easter eggs, the chocolate Easter eggs.
Yes. Yeah.
The decorated chocolate Easter eggs, which are very intricate.
Yeah, they're all sorts of, they've got different movies themed, different attraction themes. Have we? I don't think we've ever been there for that kind of time of year. We've been there at Christmas quite a few times.
I was there. We've been there at Christmas. Probably the most.
Yeah. So there you go. I think next on my list, mainly because of the pool, is going to be the Contemporary.
Really?
Yeah. The biggest draw, and I actually was talking to the clients today, for me. Now, if we're talking Bay Lake Tower, it's a little bit different. If I'm staying in Bay Lake Tower in a theme park view room, that's different.
Yeah. I would have thought that your ability to walk.
That's the one thing to me that sets that resort apart from the rest of them.
Would outweigh.
So the clients that we're sending down in October used to go to Disneyland all the time. Disneyland, you can pretty much walk everywhere.
Yeah.
At Magic Kingdom or at Disney World, we've never been able, for the most part.
You're not walking park to park.
Yeah. I mean, you can at some of the Epcot resorts, you can walk to Epcot and Hollywood Studios, but not, comparatively speaking, it's not like it is at Disneyland, where you're just walking right across. Now, at the Contemporary, you can. It's a 5-minute walk.
Yeah.
So I would say if that's important to you to be able to walk, which, don't get me wrong, that is nice, then the Contemporary, and that's exactly what I told them. If walking to the Magic Kingdom is important to you, the Contemporary should be at the top of your list.
Yeah.
If you're doing a Magic Kingdom heavy trip, like almost all Magic Kingdom and maybe Epcot, then maybe the Contemporary goes up a little bit too. But to me, being able to walk to Magic Kingdom isn't a huge deal.
Right.
That's the one resort in the Magic Kingdom area besides we're, again, excluding Fort Wilderness, that we haven't stayed at. And I think a lot of that is walking isn't that important to me. I want to stay there. It's just there's other places that I've wanted to stay more for different theming reasons or dining reasons or whatever it happens to be. Maybe we're not doing a whole lot of Magic Kingdom on a trip. So that's where I'm throwing Contemporary.
Okay.
What you got?
We're pretty close. Besides the one, I'm at their Contemporary and for me next.
Okay.
We haven't stayed there. It does feel very modern vibe, just with what they have going. I've only seen videos of the pool, and again, it's not much.
Yeah, it doesn't stand out to me.
I just don't feel like it's hitting on much. But they do, I feel like, have some of the best theme park views.
Yeah, 100%. If you're staying in a theme park view room, that's what I was mentioned with Grand Floridian when we stayed there, how we stayed in a theme park. There's better Bay Lake Tower or even the main tower at the Contemporary.
You're right there.
Yeah. Something else with the Contemporary that could elevate it, depending on your situation, is they have the garden view or the garden wing, which you're basically staying deluxe for the little bit more than the price of a moderate, but not near as much as the price. It's probably like $200 a night difference. So you're getting all the deluxe benefits. You're staying still within walking distance. It's a little bit farther, but you're saving. If you're staying on a week-long vacation, you're saving quite a bit of money. Yeah. You're saving over $1,000.
Absolutely.
$1,400.
Absolutely.
And still getting all that same benefits. You can do the deluxe after-hours events, all that kind of stuff. So something for that could take. Again, that to me just depends on you and your budget and all that kind of stuff.
And your wants.
And your wants, yeah. For me, if I'm going to stay at the Contemporary, I'm probably going to stay either in Bay Lake Tower or the main tower.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing, and I was talking to those clients today, I can remember as a kid going through the Contemporary on the monorail, which is the big thing for me, was why I want to stay there.
And you still want to stay there for that reason.
For that reason, yeah, that's exactly right.
Yep. What you got next?
This is where I'm putting Fort Wilderness.
Okay.
I like being able to ride around the golf cart. I like the fact that it's far enough away, but still close enough that you can just jump on a boat to the Magic Kingdom. They've got Hoop-de-Doo Review, which, is it Hoop-de-Doo Review that's over there? Or is that a Wilderness Lodge? I can't remember. I think it's over there. Yeah, it's over there.
It's over there.
And then, there's the Circle D Ranch is right beside it.
Mm-hmm.
You can access all that. They got pony rides. You can do the horse-drawn carriage rides. They have food truck stuff. To me, they have a ton to offer over there. Plus, it kind of opens up. Yeah, they've got the cabins and they've got the old ones and the new ones. Plus, you can either bring a camper if you have one, or you can actually rent campers and they'll bring them down there. And you can get the quote-unquote camping experience at Disney and being right next to essentially the Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm throwing that and why.
I think if we ever did that, it would have to be a not park heavy trip.
I don't disagree with that, to be able to enjoy the resort.
To be able to enjoy, because from what I hear, it's huge.
Yeah. Well, and they have like all sorts of stuff, especially if you go anytime during near a holiday. They've got golf cart parades, Christmas parades. Everybody decks out their sites. Especially with the cabins, you can cook meals.
Mm-hmm.
They've got full, the new ones have full ranges and refrigerators.
Yeah.
The other ones, they still have a fridge and stuff. It's just a little bit smaller of a footprint. But, you can save some money there.
Absolutely. So that's something to think about. If you're wanting to be able to cook.
Yeah, now
some of the cabins.
Some of the other resorts have the studios.
And I think they standard sleep more. I think they sleep 6,
I think they sleep 6, yeah.
So, if you're a family of 5.
Now, sleeping 6 is probably going to be a little tight. Because I believe
it may be tight.
A queen bed, 2 bunk beds, and then a Queen Murphy or a full Murphy.
Yeah. It's probably tight, but, if you're a family of 5.
Well, if you're 2 adults and 3 kids, it's not a problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, if you're doing 4 adults and 2 kids, then it might be a little bit more of an issue. But yeah, I think that one. I think if we ever stay there, I think it's going to be another one of those that are kind of be towards the top of our list. What's your number dose?
It's going to be Wilderness Lodge.
All right. Spoiler alert, it's mine too. But
spoiler alert, we know which ones are number 1.
So why Wilderness Lodge? Let's see if we have any difference in reasons.
I like the scenery.
Yeah.
It's very
rustic.
So I don't know if I would want to say rustic, but like rustic-y. But I also, the pool was nice. There's a ton of dining.
Oh, they've got a couple of pools.
Right.
Geyser Point is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You
can still take the boat.
And they've got fireworks view rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So, and, it's kind of hard to predict, but you can book a resort view room and see the fireworks. Now, that's just luck of the draw. But that can happen. Or you can go ahead and book a fireworks view room and you can see the Magic Kingdom fireworks. Now, you're not going to see the castle quite as clearly and all that kind of stuff. Not like you would at any of the other monorail resorts because they're right there. And they've got the, I don't know exactly what they call them. They're like cabins. But they're, I think, 1 or 2 bedrooms, and they've got like hot tubs, they're private hot tubs and all that kind of stuff. But like you've got Artist Point with Snow White, which is another popular dining.
Their quick service there.
I thought that was
good.
Next to Captain Cook's, I think that's the best quick service.
I think I would put their quick service above Captain Cook's.
Yeah, but we have a different taste on food.
As I say, but that's just a different taste on food.
What did you like about their quick service?
Again, it felt like a home style, home cooked.
Yeah.
Like they had more, not necessarily fried foods or, not necessarily theme park food. Yeah,
they had that apple walnut salad that we got. That was really, really good. I like Wilderness, especially like.
And at Christmas time?
At Christmas, it's number 1.
Yeah.
It's number 1 by a lot. Like, it's not even close to number 2.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that on all of the property, not just Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, I don't feel like the Polynesian does much at Christmas.
I can't say I've noticed.
Comparatively speaking.
Yeah. I can't say I've noticed, which to me says it's not that much.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
But I also look at, the theming. what are they trying to match? And I'm not familiar with
how Hawaiians
and
the islands, yeah.
The islands.
I'm sure the Polynesian has something of decor. I would be shocked if they didn't. But we stayed and been to Beach Club, Yacht Club, Grand Floridian, Contemporary, Polynesian, Wilderness Lodge, all around Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in all those. Polynesian is the only one that I can think of that doesn't have something that I can remember standing out.
Right. I think they have a couple trees, but I don't think it's anything.
Yeah, they don't have like a big gingerbread area.
Yeah.
Anything like that.
But again, I don't know if that's just the theming, like they're trying to.
Yeah. And I've said this before.
Wilderness Lodge at Christmas time.
Yeah, 100%.
Because they've got the fireplaces.
Yeah, I mean, it feels homey like that on just a day in August.
Yeah.
Realistically.
There's tons of seating in the lobby. It's not
They got a great gift shop.
It's not quite as busy because it's not a monorail.
Near as busy, yeah. Definitely.
Resort. Everybody can still get over there. And it is busy because you do have Artist Point.
It's definitely, it's more busy. I felt like we visited, not at Christmas, we visited around Halloween time when we ate there with your parents.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like it was near as busy then as it was during Christmas. Because they
had like a little table.
It's not necessarily a gingerbread display, but they have, you can buy holiday treats.
It was specialty treats, I think.
Different items. Plus they've got, some DVC areas. They've got Boulder Ridge, Copper Creek.
It's
all that
huge.
kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a big resort. Plus, you can get on the boat and go over to Fort Wilderness and back and forth. The same thing with Fort Wilderness. You can kind of enjoy. Now, you can't necessarily enjoy the pools and all that kind of stuff, but
you can go over there.
It's easy to get back and forth. And I've said this before on this show, and I'm going to say it again. I think if we had stayed at Wilderness Lodge first, it probably would be number one.
Your home.
So.
We've
obviously narrowed this down. We've got number one. For both of us, it's the Polynesian. What are your reasons?
I think I've said this 1,000 times. The pool.
The pool's fantastic.
I love the pool. I know it's not that big.
It's big enough.
But I don't feel like it's ever too crowded.
I never felt
crowded. In the times we've been there.
Yeah.
Now, I am a little concerned for once the tower is built on what that's going to mean for that pool. I think the last time we were down there, the guy on our boat cruise, our fireworks cruise, said that there was going to be another pool with the tower.
They're going to have to.
But, so I am a little anxious to see how that addition affects everything at the Poly. But I like the pool. I like being able to sit in the pool and watch fireworks and see the castle. So, and then they've got, the beach. They've got the bungalows, which out of my price range for what that is.
You just wait. We're going to stay in them.
I would rather go to Bora Bora.
We're going to stay in them one day.
I would rather go to Bora Bora.
You say Bora Bora, and you say it'd be cheaper. I don't know that it would. By the time you throw in flights, food, all that other kind of stuff.
We'll see.
I bet you it's not cheaper.
We'll compare.
It's probably close.
We'll compare.
Plus, it's I don't even know what a flight from here is to Bora Bora. It's every bit of probably 12 hours.
It's probably more than that.
Yeah. Or I can...
Because there's no direct flight.
No, you have to go probably to California.
Yeah.
Or you could go, I guess, across to like Europe and go to Australia and then go from here. I don't know what would be faster.
But. Yeah, I don't know. I like the shops. I like the two different shops. They have Moana Mercantile up top. And then...
Boutique
down bottom.
So I'm going to go back to your bungalow thing.
Okay.
Because I believe they're 2 bedrooms. So you can fit a good amount of people in there. So to me, if you stayed with another group, another family, then I think you're talking. Because then you're probably close. If you split that between 2 families, you're probably close to a stay at the Polynesian anyway.
Right.
If they're $14,000, if you split that between 2, $7,000, you're pretty close to that. Yeah. For just a regular stay at the Polynesian, especially if you get like a theme park view or something like that, which those are.
I'll say they are.
And you have a private pool, all that kind of stuff. To me, the Polynesian...
And they have some of the good theme park views.
They have good theme park views. And to me, I like them there I think it's far enough away that you can see everything better, in my opinion. Now, I think the best theme park view is Bay Lake Tower.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
you're right there.
We never stayed in a theme park view at the Polynesian, but we've seen where they are. We have stayed in them at the Grand Floridian. I think I would pick the theme park views at the Polynesian over the theme park at the Grand Floridian.
I would agree.
To me, it's just more straight on, more than anything, to be able to enjoy that view. I think it's got the best dining out of those resorts. Wilderness Lodge gives its run for its money with Geyser Point, but I think Ohana's got 2 really good meals, breakfast and dinner. Kona Cafe is fantastic. I love Captain Cook's. That's, to me,
the only thing we haven't done is Trader Sam's.
Yeah, but I have no doubt that's good.
Yeah,
that's something you hear people rave about.
Yeah, it's
all
always
the time.
A wait list to get in there.
We've talked about the beach. To me, unless it's a holiday weekend where they're not necessarily checking wristbands, like 4th of July, maybe it's President's Day or something like that, then to me the beach I never really felt like it was overly crowded from your other people just coming in. Now, the main lobby can get crowded.
It can get very busy.
But we were actually talking about this with the clients today, that being that they're in the longhouses, you don't really, when you're in your room, you don't really have any of that.
Yeah.
Now, Grand Floridian's kind of the same way, and I would assume Bay Lake Tower is the same. But Wilderness Lodge, if you're in that main building, you're in the hustle and bustle, which is a catch-22. If a little bit of noise, and I say a little bit because it didn't bother us at all, but if you have somebody who's a light sleeper, like a young toddler or something like that, that might be an issue.
Yep.
Where at the Polynesian, I don't feel like you have that at all. I don't know if she's still there. We've met Moana there as far as characters. Now, that was right after COVID, so that could be kind of something that's maybe different there. I don't
know.
I haven't seen her back there since then, but I'm not saying she doesn't come back. All resorts occasionally
they do
get some character meet and greets coming through. But typically it's the Fab Five. So I don't know, again, if that's any different just being at the Polynesian or not. They've got, to me, I think it's the best theming on property. As far as not necessarily quote-unquote Disney theming, because you're not going to beat All-Star Movies and Art of Animation as far as Disney theming, but just generalized theming.
And they have their Disney.
They have Disney touches. They have Lilo, Stitch, and Moana in the rooms. I'm excited for the new tower.
Yeah.
I'm like you. It does make me, I didn't even think about that till you said it. It makes me a little nervous of how crowded that main pool is going to be. But I'm hoping maybe the pool that they do build isn't just going to be, maybe it'll have something.
Maybe it won't, it's not just a
quiet pool. Yeah, maybe it'll have, even if it's something just small, like a little splash pad or something.
Yeah.
To draw families more to there.
Just to.
Or just to there versus that one.
Give a separate.
Yeah, give each one a break, essentially.
Yeah.
So I think we've pretty well covered.
And all of them,
resorts.
At Grand Flo, Poly, and the Contemporary, you go through security.
Yeah, you have your own private security. Before
you get on the monorail, or at the Contemporary before you walk into Magic Kingdom. So you're not standing in line with umpteen thousand other people.
Even Wilderness Lodge, you hit it at the boat ramp. You don't go through the main security there either with everybody else. You figure the main security... Yeah,
once you get off the boat ramp.
Yeah.
Once you get off the boat
but it's
at
its
Magic
own,
Kingdom.
It's the resort.
It's the resort launches.
Launch security. So you're still... It's still less of a line of security
your own,
than everybody else. That's one thing. I'm kind of surprised. I think that'd be something cool that Disney could do. And I don't know the logistics behind it, which is maybe why they don't do it. But if every resort had their own private security, like before you got on a Disney bus, so you've already been through security.
That would be a lot of staff.
The only thing, I think the biggest hiccup for that would be there's nothing saying, especially at the other 3 parks besides Magic Kingdom, that you don't just go out to the parking lot. Because that's basically where they're dropping you off at. They're at the front of the gate, but you're still in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Where Magic Kingdom, to get to somebody else's car, if somebody want to do something
it's
harmful, you'd have to.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get on like a monorail or something.
Yeah.
And do it, but
yeah, I don't know that would be.
I just think that'd be cool.
I don't know that that's feasible.
Or even because if you ride the bus to the Magic Kingdom, you're still going through security with everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you had your private resort security there.
Again, I go back to staffing.
To me, I think I would have to look at. I don't, and it may be. Could you use the same amount of staffing because you're already having security for that many people already, and just designate a couple of the lanes to resorts?
Maybe, but
I don't know if it would help anything go faster. It may make it go slower. I don't know.
I'm trying to think because they've got the 2 entrances and then the things in the middle.
Where are we talking?
At Magic Kingdom, when you're checking in the gate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you figure when you come off the left side, when you're coming off the monorail, you're coming off resort launches.
Correct.
You've already gone through security.
Correct.
On the right side are where your resort buses take you off. So they have their own security.
Do they have their own security? Maybe they do.
That is all.
Maybe they already thought about it and I'm an idiot. That's entirely possible.
Well, hear me out, because that's where the ferry lets you off. You haven't gone through it then. No, you have gone through it then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you go through it back at TTC.
Yeah, you have gone through
it.
So
I guess you do.
So it's just on those right sides.
No, that's just at Magic Kingdom. The other one,
yeah, that's just at Magic Kingdom.
The other parks you have to go to the main security.
So Magic Kingdom, the resorts do have their own.
The other parks they don't,
because they're all on that right side where the buses get off.
Yeah, and I think the biggest reason for that is
because remember when we bussed to Magic Kingdom?
Oh, I remember.
We couldn't get to the Polynesian.
Yeah, I remember. We did get to the Polynesian.
We did, but we had a little bit of pixie dust.
Special accommodations.
We had a little bit of pixie dust happen.
That guy looked like we were idiots. This is the first time we ever went to Ohana.
It was. We were idiots.
This is our.
It was our first trip to Disney.
First trip as a family to Disney. Yeah.
And we didn't know how to get to Ohana.
Hey, if you're going to Ohana in the morning, you don't want to take the things unless everything's already open.
Unless
like
everything's
if you're trying
already
to go
open.
like 9:30, you're good.
Yeah, but if reservations at 8 o'clock.
I think it was early. I want to say like 7:40.
It probably was 7:40. It
was early.
They hadn't opened Magic Kingdom yet because we were like, how in the hell do we get from these security over to the resort launches?
Take a minivan.
You could take a minivan.
Those are awesome.
That's honestly your best bet.
Yeah, Uber or a minivan. I mean, minivans are more expensive. If you've got kids, minivan 100% time. Uber, if you're just a couple adults or people who don't need car seats, mainly is what I'm getting at, then I would for sure take just an Uber. I think that is going to wrap us up. Anything you want to add on any of the resorts?
They're all great.
They are all. That's kind of what I want to preface this whole thing by saying.
This is just a matter of opinion.
Yeah.
A matter of preference.
You would be happy at any of these resorts.
Yeah.
I would look at what parks you want to do. Like if you're going to be a Magic Kingdom heavy, contemporary. Magic Kingdom and Epcot, really any of the monorail resorts at that point.
Yeah.
To me, Wilderness Lodge is kind of a wild card because it just has the boat. So if you're doing a 4-park trip, maybe that's the one you do.
But you're also over there, you're paying deluxe, but it's not
as expensive.
Yeah,
it's not as expensive as the other
So
ones.
you still get the deluxe perks at not necessarily the full deluxe price.
Or the full Magic Kingdom price. It's still cheaper to stay deluxe at like Animal Kingdom Lodge, but yeah. So I think we pretty well covered them as far as reasons why. Take it into consideration. If you want to book a trip, hit us up. We're going to walk through all this stuff with you. It's not something that we take lightly. I mean, these are expensive resorts. I mean, there's no beating around that bush.
No.
So we want to make sure you're staying at the best one for your family. So thank y'all for listening. If you want a quote for your next Disney, Universal, Sandals, beaches, cruise line, whatever, vacation, there's a quote form in the show notes and the description on YouTube, which I'm happy to say I think we have working. There is a little bit of a technical difficulty at the beginning of no audio, but I think we can kind of work that out. So make sure just to select us as the preferred agents when using that quote form. And you can follow us over on social media. Instagram is Jamie_Magical Vacations. TikTok, Jamie_ Such a Time Travel. YouTube, Magical Vacations by Jamie and Brandy. Facebook, Magical Vacations by Jamie and Brandy. Such a Time is just a travel agency. Make sure you rate and review the podcast, share it with your friends, and we will see y'all next time.